What's more dangerous, an alley-oop cradle or a knee block? We know you've been thinking about it since the show was released. Cobra Kai is a gold mine for injuries. We can see that there was a lot of pain inflicted on the characters. So let's see who cried and who held their pain inside when we discuss the worst injuries that happened while filming Cobra Kai. First up, Xolo Maridueña, nose broken. Xolo Maridueña had his nose broken during a scene in which he was practicing karate with Ralph Macchio. The actor was in a fight scene with fellow Karate Kid alum Martin Kove, who played Cobra Kai sensei John Kreese in the original film series. Maridueña tripped on a rug and hit his wrist on the floor, suffering a fracture and nerve damage. This injury resulted in production being shut down for 5 weeks so that he could recover. He also got hit by a metal chair in the head. He was supposed to be walking down the hallway and it got hit with a metal chair in his head. Next we have Jacob Bertrand, the 3 concussions. Jacob Bertrand hurt his leg during season 2. Jacob Bertrand, Hawk, suffered 3 concussions during season 2, one of which caused him to temporarily lose hearing in his right ear. During one scene, Bertrand's character Hawk was supposed to punch another student in the face, but instead accidentally hit him in the head with his elbow. And now, Tanner Buchanan, torn ligament. Tanner Buchanan tore the anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, in his knee during season 3 of Cobra Kai. The news was revealed by the show's creators and executive producer John Hurwitz, who also shared that he was blown away by the way that Tanner responded to the injury. The injury happened while filming a scene where he was running away from Johnny and Daniel's son, Robbie, played by Tanner. Robbie is running on the beach in the scene, and the camera's following him from behind. Tanner was not able to see where he was going and ended up stepping on a rock that caused him to twist his knee. Up next is Mary Mauser hit her head. Mary Mauser, who plays Samantha LaRusso, also suffered an injury on set when she hit her head after falling off a ladder. She'd to be sent home from the set due to concussion-like symptoms. Now for Ralph Macchio and William Zabka, both sustained injuries. Over the course of filming Cobra Kai, Ralph Macchio and William Zabka have both sustained injuries, but those were just minor compared to some other set mishaps that occurred. The show's stunt coordinator Hirokoda shared some stories with Collider about the stunts that went wrong behind the scenes. In the very first season of Cobra Kai, Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio, got into a brawl with Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka. Johnny was defending himself from Daniel when he hit him in the head with a broom handle, and Macchio ended up getting a concussion. Next we have Johnny Lawrence and Kreese, the nastiest body slammed ever. During a rehearsal for the fight scene involving Johnny Lawrence, Zabka, and Kreese, Martin Kove, Kove picked up Zabka, body slamming him to the ground, and Zabka's back hit Kove's boot. Zabka had to go get checked out at the hospital after that one, but fortunately he was able to return for filming later that day. And now, William Zabka sustained knee damage. During filming for season 1, Zabka hurt his knee by doing one of his favorite kicks too much. He ended up getting surgery on his knee and had to use crutches for 2 months after filming Wrap. Up next is Johnny Lawrence, power kicks to the legs. A power kick is when you use your foot to strike something such as an opponent's leg or body without using your leg muscles. It's one of the most common kicks in martial arts and can be used in almost any situation. However, if you do it incorrectly, it can cause serious injury or even death. For example, when Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, uses this technique against Miguel Diaz, Xolo Maridueña, during their fight at school, he accidentally hits him with too much force that Miguel gets knocked down onto his back, which results in him temporarily losing consciousness from a lack of oxygen to his brain due to blood pooling around his skull. Now, Jacob Bertrand, Eli, smashed his hand. When Eli smashes his hand on the ground after losing the fight to Miguel, he actually broke his hand, but kept up with filming. He hid his injury from the crew, but they figured it out when he started wearing a wrist brace. Next up is Tanner Buchanan. Robbie had 9 stitches. In the same episode, Robbie throws a punch at Dimitri and gets stabbed in the arm, instead by a nail on a 2x4 he's swinging. Buchanan sustained a deep cut that required 9 stitches, but continued filming and finished out the season with his arm bandaged up before getting surgery to fix it. And now on to Martin Kove, John Kreese, hand got badly injured. Kove suffered an injury while filming an episode where he had to punch out glass windows in order to escape from an attack by enemy ninjas during World War II. His hand was so badly injured that it required surgery, which kept him out of production for several months before he returned as John Kreese for season 2 and later seasons. Up next, we have Jacob Jacob Bertrand suffered a concussion. Hawk, played by Jacob Bertrand, is one of the stars of Cobra Kai and has been in almost every episode. However, during the second season, there was a noticeable dip in his screen time, which sparked rumors among fans that he'd been injured during filming. It turns out that those rumors were true. Bertrand suffered a concussion while filming his fight scenes with Jacob Needleman, writer, but has since fully recovered. And now, Zabka injured his ankle playing fake basketball. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Zabka revealed that he injured his ankle while playing basketball on the set of the show. His character walks on a court when he sees a kid practicing his moves, so he picks up a basketball and plays with it. At the time of filming, he thought it was just an ankle sprain and did not seek medical attention right away because he didn't want to slow down production. But after becoming increasingly concerned about it, Zabka found out that he had torn ligaments in his ankle. Next, Johnny cracked Robbie's head. Early on in the first season, Johnny Lawrence chucks his son Robbie into a car trunk after getting beat up by him at school. Robbie's feet are sticking out as Johnny slams down the hatch and drives over to his apartment to deal with him. It turns out, however, that Robbie did not land flat inside the trunk. He ended up falling on his back and hitting his head hard. The scene is still in the show, complete with the sound of Robbie's head cracking against the trunk's bottom half. Now onto Zolo Maraduena got kicked in the face. During season 2 fight scene, actor Zolo Maraduena got kicked in the face by another actor and ended up kicking himself in the crotch because he was so startled by what happened to him. It was obviously an accident, but must have been quite painful nonetheless. And now, Peltier slipped and fell. Peltier is an actor who plays Hawk, who is the bully that goes to Cobra Kai dojo with his friends. He was injured after he slipped and fell during one of the scenes. It was a very bad injury, but he recovered quickly. The stunt coordinators were so worried about him because he was bleeding when he left the set. Up next is Zayas, tripped over the cables. Zayas plays Kreese in Cobra Kai, which is the main villain of the series. He was injured when he was walking toward the dojo and tripped over some cables on set. His ankle twisted, but luckily it wasn't too bad, as it could have been much worse for him if it had broken or torn ligaments instead. And now, William Zabka, facial bruising. Getting punched in the face repeatedly isn't exactly the easiest part of working on a TV show, especially when you're playing the role of a bad guy. Better known as Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai, William Zabka knows this all too well. He shared an Instagram photo of himself that shows the toll his character's penchant for fisticuffs has taken over the years. While filming the scene of Cobra Kai in which Johnny gets punched in the face, Zabka's head was smashed into the side of a refrigerator, causing a concussion and facial bruising. The injuries required the actor to have an ice pack on his face for almost the entire day's shoot. But he says he sucked it up because he knows it makes for more realistic scenes. Finally, we have Tanner Buchanan. Miguel smacked him in the face. Buchanan suffered an injury when Miguel accidentally smacked him in the face with his bow staff during filming for season 2. The actor had to get stitches after the incident. That's a wrap for this video. Which of these injuries shocked you the most? Let us know down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to be informed about new videos.